Welcome to the Mr. Skin Podcast, your weekly dose of what's new and what's nude in movies, TV, and Hollywood's sexiest stars. Now get ready for your host, the world's foremost authority on celebrity nudity, Mr. Skin.
Legendary Mr. Skin.
Dude, Mr. Skin.
MrSkin.com.
Skin, everybody.
Coast to coast from Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, it's the Mr. Skin Podcast with your hosts, Mr. Skin and Andrea Lowell. We want to hear from you. Call the show and leave us a voicemail at 484-SKIN-POD. Find all things Mr. Skin Podcast online at MrSkinPodcast.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Mr. Skin Podcast, sponsored by Stream8.com, the global leader in live streaming, with the hottest porn stars and amateurs broadcasting live directly from their bedroom to yours. Stream8 creates a totally unique and intimate experience where you get to direct the show however you want. With an endless variety of performers, you're sure to find your perfect match on Stream8.com. The question is, as always, are you ready? Are you ready for episode 98, Skin? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, this is getting very close to episode 100.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is.
I know. What are we doing for episode 100?
Gangbang. No,
Yeah, right. Whoa.
Sorry, I've been talking to too many of these Stream8 girls, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, what a life. Who knew some of the fetishes that are out there?
Dude, I mean, and we are going to talk to one today as well. And it's just it's wild. Cause we don't think about a lot of this stuff because it's not in my periphery.
Yeah,
it's
no,
actually
I know.
not in my focus at all.
No,
and,
but I know how well those cam sites do. You know,
dude,
a company like
nuts.
Stream8 makes me look like a ma and pa like grocery store, and they're like Walmart. You know, or you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I feel
that's
you.
how big those some of those companies are, and Stream8's a monster.
It's nuts. Well, I will say we have a pretty great show lined up for you today. We're going to talk movies and TV. Is that right?
Yes, lots of movies and television. And last week we were off. I was in L.A. on business, and we did a best of, and or not even a best of. We're doing. I'm picking years and giving you the top 10 nude scenes from different years. So you'll see that sprinkled in throughout the course of the year. But every week or couple of weeks, there's tons of movie and television skin to talk about. And we actually, Andrea, have 3 movies that I want to get to even before I get into all the TV stuff. So let me start with Red Sparrow. This is a movie. Yeah, we talked about this before when it was out on VOD about a month ago. And this is the movie where Jennifer Lawrence, she plays a Russian intelligence service. She's like recruited she's a ballerina, and she's recruited to the Sparrow School, this Russian intelligence service, and she's kind of forced to use her body as a weapon. And
Right.
I got to say, I was talking to our content department today, and we're pretty much in agreement that Jennifer Lawrence, her nudity in Red Sparrow, particularly at the 45-minute mark where she's naked in front of that class, is the best celebrity nude scene so far in 2018. We're almost halfway done with the year, of course, and there's plenty of time, but with her level of celebrity and the graphicness of that scene, it's incredible. It's almost like an Ilsa movie. I don't know. You probably don't know those Ilsa movies from the 70s, but it's crazy how naked she gets and how daring the scene is. And Andrea, look at the scene. Look at how from behind when she pulls her underwear down, the shot from behind. And
I know, man.
Yeah, it's really a great nude scene, completely naked in front of a group of people, and then she has sex with this guy to show, I guess, how tough she is. So
It's just the most provocative thing ever. If she wasn't an A-lister, I would still be blown away by this nudity.
Right, that's the point.
The fact that she is doing this and in these positions, front to back, side, I mean, like the spread eagle.
Yes.
I'm almost speechless. If I hadn't seen this before when we talked about it when it came out on Korean VOD, I would be godsmacked right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I showed it to you on Korean VOD. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't forget. I was like,
Yeah.
I really retain almost everything you tell me.
Well,
if you haven't noticed.
you have a lot of Korean VOD at your place, right?
But no Korean VD, but VOD, yes.
Don't get Korean VD at your place. Andrea, of course, married to a Korean man is the joke.
Yes,
so yes.
That is true. And I was very excited to tell him about that VOD experience when we talked about it. But it's Jennifer Lawrence just doing the damn thing. And I think that this is going to be the best celebrity nude scene of the year, because I don't know how anyone more famous can get more explicit than she is, especially in this scene. I know there's a lot more than the scene we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where she's, in the classroom or whatever, but I just can't imagine. If there is, bring it on. I can't wait to see who and what.
Right. And I do want to point out that there's other nudity in the shower at the 44-minute mark. She has incredible underwear scenes, a thong scene. The torture scene is not technically nude, but it's
might as well be.
Yeah, really. It's amazing. So she has a lot of great moments in this. So yeah, so Red Sparrow is officially out, and it's very much like a 70s sexploitation movie, and that's what it reminds me of, and it really is skin credible. So check out Red Sparrow. It's finally we're taping this Monday, but Tuesday, when this podcast, the 22nd of May, it'll be available on Blu-ray. And of course, we had an advance copy because we are MrSkin.com, but everyone could check it out starting Tuesday of this week, May 22nd. So that's awesome. And
excellent.
Definitely a top nude scene of the year, whether it's number one or not. You will. We will keep you posted. So that came out, and then that movie Bent. Now, these are a couple things that I'm talking to you about. We've already talked about the movie Bent. This is that movie with Sofia Vergara and Carl Urban. He's on his he's like a shamed former cop, and he's on his. He connects a murder case to a government conspiracy involving rogue agents from a top spy agency. So it's his way for redemption here. But the key to this was, and I talked to you about this before, but it's finally out on Blu-ray. We, on that one, got an advance copy. And Sofia Vergara had said in a bunch of interviews that she was going to do her first nude scene in this movie. Well, when the movie finally came out, and I'm always a little leery when an actress says she's going to do her first nude scene. Yeah. Sofia Vergara was indeed nude, Andrea, but her back was to the camera. But she has those like incredibly great natural boobs that her side boobage, or her swingers, if you will, it's still sexy to see because you could tell how great her boobs are going to be. But it was we can't call it nude because you don't see nip. And that's that's our rule. And but it's still the best she's done. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And she was nude when she filmed it. So in her mind, she did a nude scene. But if we're not seeing it, we don't count it. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, good point.
As far as absolute nudity. But, in this shot of her side boob, we're like a millimeter off from seeing areola. So it's still worth seeing, but it's just totally. Yeah, it's worth seeing, but I just want to say you not clarify. Yeah, you do not see nip, but it's the movie's called Bent, and the reason this is big news at MrSkin.com, one of the most famous TV actresses, Sofia Vergara, is nude, but it's side boob and not front boob. So anyway, there is a girl named Violet Ryder at the 30-minute mark. She's not famous, but she is topless in this. So there is nudity in it, but the real key to fans of our website is to check out the incredible side swingers from Sofia Vergara getting into the shower. Yeah, at the 1 hour and 1 minute mark. So also, there's one other movie I didn't talk to you about last time we were did a movie TV update that I wanted to get in. It came out on VOD May 2nd. Now listen to this movie. It's called Duck Butter. Duck butter? Is that like foie gras, or
well,
or that'd be goose butter? I don't know.
It's a weird name for a movie, but it has some really good nudity, and I wanted to share it because you're going to know at least one of the actresses. So Alia Shawkat, who you might know from she was on Arrested Development. She played the daughter,
right?
Maybe, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she also had done a nude scene on Transparent within the last year or two, which was her nude debut. But she has an incredible rack. And in this movie, her and Leia Costa play two women. They're dissatisfied with the dishonesty they see in dating and relationships, and they decide to make a pact to spend 24 hours together, hoping to find a new way to create intimacy between the two. And it's actually got some really hot scenes. There is a scene now. Okay, so this duck butter has like Alia Shawkat topless in the kitchen, which is a great scene. Leia Costa topless in the shower, great scene. But there's a scene where Alia Shawkat is eating ass at the 36-minute mark. Yeah, they should have called it butt butter, but it's Leia Costa laying nude. And
face
literally
down,
Alia
ass
Shawkat,
up, man.
and you cannot fake ass eating out. I mean, if your nose and face is buried in there, even if I know you're acting, but you can't if your face is in someone's crack in a movie, your
face is in their crack.
I mean, that's the way it is. Yeah.
You can't fake that. You can't angle that. I mean, it is what it is, and that takes some real vulnerability as actors, and also some risk and some trust and some bravery. And what I'm learning about Alia Shawkat is she doesn't give a fuck. I'm blown away by her.
Yeah, it's really that, and even the scene where she's just going into the kitchen topless is fantastic. But it's just one of those. I should have brought it up 2 weeks ago, but hey, it just came out on May 2nd. A lot of people probably don't know about this movie, but trust me, great. And I gotta say, this is ass eating has become like more and more common in movies and television shows. And and we're a better world for it. Yes, I mean, remember the scene in Girls with Allison Williams? That's like the Citizen Kane of ass eating scenes. But
I concur.
Yeah, and especially like a lesbian ass eating scene. That's even hotter.
Oh, it's way hotter in my mind. But also, if people are into intimacy, the nude scenes I'm seeing from this movie Duck Butter, there's lots of it seems very romantic in a way as well. So it's kind of like you could watch this with your wife because you got the ass eating, but then there's like light stroking and like gentle breast play, you know what I mean? Kissing.
Yeah.
Something for everyone, something the whole family can enjoy.
Yeah, no, check it out. The movie's called Duck Butter, and Alia Shawkat and Leia Costa nude, eating ass, great topless scenes in the shower. Highly recommend this movie for fans of celebrity nudity.
And now it's time for our Streammate Spotlight of the Week. And we have right now Chrissy LeBlanc, and I'm so excited to talk to you. Hey, girl, what's going on?
Hey, doing very well. Off to a great start to my week.
Excellent. Now, Skin, you're going to love Chrissy. Not only is she a beautiful red-haired vixen, but she's teeny weeny. She's 4'11".
Whoa, I couldn't tell that from the pictures.
I wear heels a lot to fool everybody.
Well, that, and you have ginormous boobs. You're sometimes a double D, sometimes an E, depending on the bra. Is that right?
Yeah, double D, I would say. Yeah, definitely so stacked. Short, but big old tits.
Our kind of girl. We love you. So you have so much going on right now. Like, you're kind of, I want to say at the top of the top, you're currently nominated for the Best Clip Artist Duo for the XBiz Cam Awards, and along with My Perfect Harem, yeah?
Yeah, that's basically like Chrissy LeBlanc is just me by myself, but My Perfect Harem, like me and my partner run that.
Oh, cool.
Like the whole concept of a harem is just one man and a group of women, kind of like, guy's ultimate fantasy, I think.
Yeah, like the Hugh Hefner lifestyle.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know, we saw so much like gangbang type porn, but we didn't see any that was like the reverse idea of that. So that's how we got started with the My Perfect Harem concept. And we've done cam shows, we've done videos, and it's awesome to be recognized for our videos. And yeah, I'm very excited for the recent XBiz nomination. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And you have so many specialties. You kind of do it all. And what I love is you are this little teeny girl with this incredible ability to twerk, not only your ass, but your titties. Skin, did you know that you can titty twerk?
I did not, but if you're a twerker, what's a twerk anthem if you're so good at twerking? Do you have a specific song?
It's not really recent anymore, but I loved Major Laser's Lean On. It was like the big song all last summer. Mm-hmm. Or no, maybe 2 summers ago. But there was that girl that put out a video of her twerking to Lean On, and it blew up on YouTube. And I just always I imagined her butt every time it came on the radio. So that's the twerk anthem to me. Just has a good beat to it.
Yeah, you look like such a sweetheart, but obviously you got a naughty side to you. And I see these hip tattoos. Now, I have like one tiny little tattoo, and I was drunk and it didn't hurt at all. But I heard like that hurt so bad.
Yeah.
So tell us about how that went down and what the pain factor was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like a go big or go home. Like, if you're going to do it, like, you might as well do it right.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I have 3 tattoos, but they're all quite big. Mm-hmm. And I have both my sides done, but the one that has vines and flowers down it, I've actually gotten that done 3 times over.
Oh, gosh.
So I've gotten it like retouched and extended, and it hurts so bad. It is. And I got them both done. So I'm definitely a glutton for pain, I guess.
Well, clearly you are an expert at turning others on. What turns you on?
Ooh, a good kisser, just like someone that has the right kind of chemistry with you. Like, I can't say like one specific thing that makes a good kisser, but like, just when you have that good connection with someone and you're on the same page with like how much tongue you want.
Yes.
It is like, it just makes everything so much better.
I'm with you on that. And on your StreamMate profile, you have a picture of you cosplaying as Mary Jane from Spider-Man. So would you say she's the definitive Spider-Man love interest?
Well, I'm a redhead. I'm a natural redhead. And of course, everyone on cam, like all my fans, they eat that shit up. And I love doing cosplay stuff. So I play a lot of like steamy redheads. So as a redhead, I have to say yes, of course. Of course, Mary Jane is the definitive love interest.
I think Skin and I could also see you as Jessica Rabbit any day of the week.
I was just going to say that.
I've done that. I actually made my own Jessica Rabbit dress a couple years ago for Halloween. So I have my own, like, from scratch Jessica Rabbit dress. It's hot.
Wow. Well, I think everyone would not only love to see you on that, but check you out on StreamMate. Everyone go to Chrissy's profile. It's LeBlanc_Chrissy. She is a dime, we swear. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you, and keep it sexy, girl.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Everyone, please check me out, and wish me luck for the XBiz Awards next week.
It's in the bag.
Thank you.
So some cool movies that came out since I last talked to you. And then, of course, we have, some TV stuff. And let me see.
Oh, wow. Wheel of Skin. Yes.
Wow. Wheel of Skin, my favorite part of the show. This is where CP, the EP, he picks, rolls the wheel of skin and picks one of the over 28,000 actresses we have at MrSkin.com. And I, of course, am Pat Say Jack Off. You are.
That never gets old. Badger White. And I love hearing you.
A Merck and Griffin production. And it's fun because he just picks a name and then I kind of riff on her skin career and her skinography.
It's remarkable.
And go ahead, CP, spin the wheel of skin.
Okay. And we have Maura Tierney.
Ooh, I say ooh to everyone because I love everyone he picks. So that's a great one.
I know.
Andrea, you know Maura Tierney, right?
Of course I do, yes.
News Radio, people know her. She played Lisa. Now that your old buddy Andy Dick was on News Radio.
My old buddy,
I know
really.
You hate Andy Dick.
Andy Dick can suck a dick, okay?
Yeah.
You heard it here.
You know,
he probably has.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was on there, Phil Hartman. You call him Andy the Dick, but he is Andy Dick to most people. She was on news radio. I remember she was on ER for a long time in the 2000s. Right now she's on that show The Affair, where she's Dominic West's wife, and I think they're going to be in their 4th season this year. But in the first season, what started The Affair was Dominic West is married to Maura Tierney, and then he meets this waitress somewhere in, I think they're in Cape Cod, if I'm not mistaken, and they have this affair, and now they're into the 4th season. But anyway, that's who Maura Tierney is. We're big fans of her at MrSkin.com. And Andrea, there's 2 things you should check out if you're a Maura Tierney fan this year, Naked. One is the show I just mentioned, The Affair.
Okay.
I
feel like we've talked about that.
Oh, The Affair? Yeah, we've talked about The Affair before. Yeah, but more for Ruth Wilson than Maura Tierney. But Maura Tierney had a couple sex scenes with Dominic West where they hooked back up after all this craziness with the affair. And there was one scene I remember where he just like turned her over on bed and pulled her pants down and took her from behind. You could see her butt, which is a really hot scene. So The Affair, The Affair is one place to see Maura Tierney naked. But the go-to movie, this movie has got the weirdest. I remember seeing this, and it was just such a weird movie. It's called Dead Women in Lingerie from 1991.
Okay, that sounds super just odd.
Yeah, ironically, Dead Women in Lingerie. It sounds weird, right? But this is before she was famous. This is like 4 years before she hit it big on news radio. And in Dead Women in Lingerie, it's about a serial killer. Now, listen to this. If I remember correctly, he was going after like immigrant garment workers or something. It was the weirdest thing. It was like
were they making lingerie?
Yeah, I don't know, but it didn't make sense. I remember Jerry Orbach was in it, but as far as Maura Tierney, now I didn't know who she was when I first saw this movie, but then she became in the mid 90s became a TV star. So it was kind of cool to go back to the before they were famous Nudity, which I'm a big fan of. And Dead Women in Lingerie is a perfect example of a low budget, weird movie where someone does, and in her case, she did like 3 nude scenes. They were all after the 1 minute mark. And, she had like 3 different nude scenes, but if you saw it at the time, you're like, oh, that's a hot girl. That's a great scene, but you didn't know who the hell she was. Then she becomes famous, so it's even cooler to go back. So Maura Tierney fans and Great Wheel of Skin question by CP. If you want to see her at her nude best, check her out in Dead Women in Lingerie. She was like a 23 or 24-year-old actress when that movie came out. So check it out. But Great Wheel of Skin question, CP. I love it.
Per usual. Nice spin.
Good spin, CP. I like it. So anyway, let me get back. I was just about to start talking about television, and we have a lot of good TV stuff to talk about. So I have some new shows I'm going to go with this week. By the way, Westworld is like, I've never been so wrong in my life. So I was saying how, oh my God, Westworld, greatest show for nudity this
I'm right
season.
There with you.
Be ready. And
I told everyone it's going to be mind blowing.
We're 5 episodes in, and there's been like hardly anything. And
I mean, like zip.
Yeah, we're going to call it No Breast World. Yeah, it's really like been brutal, but whatever.
I know.
Last night, Evan Rachel Wood had a sex scene, and you could barely see anything, and we didn't. It's like we had to label it sexy, and it's just weird because you're talking about a show that had so much nudity in its first season. It won Best Television Show for Nudity, and we're 5 episodes in. And it's just been bad. So
I know.
Yeah, that's it. So I don't have Westworld to report on, but I do have other stuff. And one now, this is going to be. I'm going to have a lot of shows I haven't talked about, which will be fun because I don't want to always talk about the exact same shows every week. But there's just so much out there, and stuff catches my eye, and I want to share it. So there's a show on the Sci-Fi Network called The Expanse. And I haven't watched the show. I'll be first to admit it. I've watched the Nudity, but it's about a police detective in an asteroid belt. Don't ask, but it's even people that I know that watch it, when I ask them about it, they don't even know how to explain. But it's a sci-fi television series. They're in their third season, and last Wednesday night, in their 6th episode of the third season, Dominic Tipper, who plays Naomi on the show, was laying in bed with her boyfriend, played by Stephen Strait, and they were laying in bed, and she showed full butt. The pic that CP had, oh yeah, there, you can see it. So you see that full nude scene. So what's interesting about this, Andrea, and this is the second time, I remember season 1, episode 9, Florence Favor had a similar butt scene on The Expanse. And it's more about, not that it's a great nude scene if you're a fan, because she's one of the stars of the show, and it's always cool to get a bonus nude scene on a show you're watching. But the fact that this is on the Sci-Fi Network, which you don't think of that would have nudity, it's pretty cool.
Oh, totally. And it's good nudity. She's gorgeous. Her body's amazing. I'll take an ass shot from her any day. Yeah,
no good. I agree. She's really, really cute, great butt. And it was a kind of a surprising good, one of the better nude scenes of the week. So
yeah, really nice body.
So shout out, and what you and I have talked a lot about, basic cable, the FX's, Sci-Fi's,
Stepping
USA.
It up.
They are, but they really focus on the butt, and we're not seeing boobs, but I'm fine with great full butt shots.
So am I.
Yeah, and it's like they're cool with butt, and it's a weird thing. I don't know why you would think, but whatever. For
some reason, it's not considered as explicit as areola.
It's a weird thing, but that's the way it goes. So butts continue to conquer basic cable, and I am happy to show it. But The Expanse is another great example, and a great nude scene from Dominic Tipper this week. We got a new show that we have to talk about, Andrea. It's called Vita. There's a Vita or Vita. It's got to be, because it's not Vita Blue, I believe, but I could be wrong. But I pronounce it Vita. I'm probably.
It looks like Vita to me.
Yeah, it looks like Vita to me. But okay, so I just found out about it. They're in their first season. They're 3 episodes in. They had no nudity in the first 2 episodes. But let me just read to you. And Andrea, I hope Vita means life, so it's got to be Vita. It's
yes,
yeah, in Spanish. So my team went through the 3rd episode, and they were going crazy, and they sent me this email in our chat. So let me just read it, because you probably read it. Now, this is just from the 3rd episode. Living La Vida Loca here, so living La Vida Loda.
Yeah, if you guys can see what I'm seeing, read on, Skin, read on.
So this first of all, it's a half-hour drama series. It's on Starz on Saturday night, I believe, and it's about these 2 Mexican-American sisters from the east side of L.A., and they couldn't be more different or distanced from each other. So circumstances force them to return to their old hood, and they are confronted by their past and the shocking truth about their mom's identity. But in episode 3, they had the first nude scenes, but they didn't just throw in like these little brief nude scenes. They went really crazy, and the 2 main sisters are Michelle Prada and Melissa Barrera. So Michelle Prada and this other woman played by Michelle Badillo, they had this rough girl sex in a loft. And then,
okay, whoa. So these are not the sisters I'm seeing boning out?
No. Yes,
okay, thank God, because I was getting weirded out for a second. I was
sister.
like, what about these sisters that moved back to East Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Fucking hard in this scene.
Yeah, and there's a little a mustache ride going here where they're going at it hard. Then Emma, who's the sister, takes the other girl, Michelle Badillo, from behind, like kind of with her hands, which is hot. And then and then Michelle Badale lies on her back, and Emma, the sister, sits on her face. So, I mean, another like very graphic scene for this week, and from a new show, Vita, and we love that. And then Melissa Barrera, the other sister, was in bed with her boyfriend, played by Carlos Miranda, and he's, licking her breast, then talking dirty to her, and she gets out of bed. But really good stuff. And there was some other girls naked, but I got to tell you, great new debut from Vita, and it's now we'll be all over it. And how about those? I mean, the sitting on the face that's pretty good stuff,
dude. It's like I could break down every single little thing I'm looking at and be like, this is top notch. Titties, top notch. Bending over, finger fucking from the back, top notch. Muff shots, top notch. The scene where homegirl's taking off her panties, her ass is top notch. I'm like, this is mind blowing.
Yes.
I kind of need to watch this show.
Yeah, I know. It's really hot.
And it's actually, this is so off topic, but it fills a void because I never have anything to watch on Saturday nights. I feel like it's all movies on replay. I have hundreds of channels and I can never find shit. So this is actually good to know. I'm going to jot this down. Vita Stars Saturday night.
Yeah.
Thanks, Skin.
Les Vita Loca. Yeah. So anyway, we're into it.
Vita Loca.
Yeah, we're into it. So check it out. Saturday nights on the Stars Network. 3 episodes in, and it is officially a show on my radar now. So awesome. A couple other things I wanted to get to. 13 Reasons Why is a Netflix series. It's another one. It's hard to explain this show. They're in their second seasons. It's about teen suicide, and the I guess you'd call her the star of the show has committed suicide in the first season, but she keeps reappearing, and so it's a little weird, but Sosie Bacon, who is Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick's daughter, is on the show. And the first season had no nudity, but this year we just got last week we got the second season. They released the whole thing, and we went through 13 Reasons Why. And Sosie Bacon had some underwear stuff in a pretty nice side boob shot. we can't count it as nudity because it was side boobs, but she's been busy. She was on that Here and Now. She played Kristen, Holly Hunter and Tim Robbins' daughter on Here and Now on HBO, and now she's on this show. She's been keeping busy. She's really a cute girl, and the fact that it's Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick's daughter is kind of cool. So she had a nice side boob thing, and then this Irina Veronina made an appearance as a cam model, and Andrew, we're big fans of cam models, and
I'm a big fan of Irina's.
Yeah, I know. Isn't Irina nice, right?
Yeah.
So
she's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, there was some nudity, but most important, the Sosie Bacon side boob was really nice, and celebrity daughter of famous parents, always cool to check out.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah. She almost showed full bacon bits, but we just got side. So Sosie Bacon, 13 Reasons Why. We're all over that at Mr. Skin. And then last but not least, I wanted to talk to you about a Mexican. We're on the whole Mexican thing today. A show called Diablo Guardian.
Okay.
And think of Girlfriend Experience, but for Mexican television. And Amazon has made this Mexican series available. And the guys at our office are going nuts, and rightly so, by this Paulina Gaetan. And we're all in agreement. And we knew her she was on the television show Narcos, so we had known her from that. But we are in agreement at our office that the best breasts of 2018 to date that we've seen in television or movies belong to Paulina Gaetan. And Andrea, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You are not wrong. You are very, very, very right. And I see why The Office is going bananas. They are big. They're fluffy, yet firm. They're perky. They're full. They're big.
Yes.
They're natural. She's amazing. And now I have a question, and this is off the topic. Is this in Spanish or in English? Because I need to watch this just for these titties. But
that's a good question. I'm sorry, I don't know. I would assume that it's subbed. I would assume. I would assume because of the whole cast, they're Spanish. But
then you know what? I'm just gonna watch the good stuff on MrSkin.com.
But Andrea,
I can't deal with that.
Right. Well, you do know that the breasts are the universal language, so you will understand those great breasts in any language.
She's amazing. How old is Paulina? Because she looks very young. The perkiness of her boobs. She has to be 20s, right?
Yeah, I don't have her age. Maybe while we're talking here, one of the CP or one of you guys could try to figure it out online. But yeah, she looks to
amazing.
Be in her maybe late 20s, maybe.
The titties are looking early 20s, but I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
when you know.
Yeah, she's really pretty and
really pretty. Big eyes.
I just got a text from CP. She's 27 years old, so thank you.
You nailed it.
Yeah, so
27 years old with 18-year-old boobs. I mean,
oh my God.
She's something else.
Yeah, they're fantastic, and she's like a big favorite here at the Skin offices. So we'll keep you posted on this show as we progress. But it's available on Amazon. It's called Diablo Guardian, and Paulina Gaetan. Check her out at our website too, because you'll get to see all this stuff. But you'll see what I mean. But she's probably going to show up when I do the Anatomy Awards in February for Best
She's
Breast.
amazing.
So, yeah. So, now I just got that CP did his math wrong. He's saying 25. So that makes even more sense, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, she could be 21. I'd be like, those are the best boobs She's amazing, and I can't wait to see more of her.
Yeah, she's great. So, Andrew, I know we had a little Latina flavor today, but it was a very good week. I'm glad we're back updating. And as soon as Westworld steps up its game, I'll have even more to talk about. But it was fun. It was good today because we caught up on some movie nudes, but also I was able to talk to you about some TV shows that we haven't talked before, and I love to introduce the audience to new shows with great nude scenes, because that's a fun thing for me to do, here at MrSkin.com, because we go through everything, and it's very difficult for people to keep abreast of all this stuff. So,
and you did a killer job. You opened so many of our eyes to so many new things. But I will say that J-Law losing the panties and the bra several times in Red Sparrow, that to me is still the standout. And, you and I are calling top celeb nude scene of 2018. And if someone can top that, I'll be damned. But let's hope.
No,
and the TV show's really, really good stuff. And like you mentioned, I will be on Westworld Watch myself. But at this point, I'm not getting my hopes up, because I've been getting my hopes up week after week, and I don't like being let down. So I'm going to go in with no expectations.
Yeah, but they do have 5 episodes left, and their first season was legendary. So let's not give up. It's just surprising. It's just surprising. It's just surprising.
Yeah, I'm just going to let it go for now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that was an amazing episode. Episode 98. We're 2 away from 100. I don't think we're going to do a gangbang. Actually, I can guarantee it. But hopefully we'll do something fun. And we love you guys. That was a great show. And hey, if you have any questions, comments, answers, 484-SKIN-POD is the show voicemail. And we'll see everyone next week.
You got it. Take care.
This concludes another scintillating episode of the Mr. Skin Podcast. Subscribe to the Mr. Skin Podcast in iTunes and never miss a show. Thanks for listening.